Hey guys, in today's video I am going to be showing you meal prep for a jalapeno popper, quotations, stuffed chicken. I know that these aren't poppers, it kind of defeats the purpose of that word, but everything that you would use for a bacon wrapped jalapeno popper will be going inside of my chicken, so I thought that name was fitting. I'm going to start these off just by cutting up and deseeding my jalapenos. These are already washed. So here I just split it in half and then I just scoop out the seeds. I personally don't like spicy, and all that spice in the jalapeno is in those seeds. If you like a little spice, go ahead and leave some seeds in there if you want. Not for me though. So I'm going to be chopping up 5 of these and deseeding all of them. For this recipe, you really only need 4. I didn't end up using all of it, but I will fast forward through most of this so you guys don't have to watch me cut all of these up. Now I'm going to be taking my chicken breasts and butterflying these. So in a sense, I am just going to not be cutting it all the way through to split this in half. I'm just going to be creating a pocket. So I just place my hand over the chicken, kind of press down. That way it is nice and even, or as even as possible, because we are going to be stuffing these. You don't want to cut fully through your chicken. And I'm going to be taking a handful of those chopped jalapenos, adding them to the chicken. Those jalapenos are only going to be used for this recipe, so I did not really care the fact that I had chicken juice on my hands. So as you guys can see here, I have 4 different piles of cheese. I weighed these out so that each little pile is 28 grams. That way I don't have chicken juice on my hands and I'm trying to weigh things and touch everything. So I am going to be adding 28 grams of Great Values fat-free shredded cheddar just right inside on top of those jalapenos. I went and washed my hands real quick and then grabbed my whipped cream cheese spread out of the refrigerator. For this one, you can have 13 grams for only 1 Smart Point, and it comes out to quite a bit, about a tablespoon or so. So here I'm just going to be slathering that right into my other cheese and jalapenos. I went and washed my hands yet again. As you can see, they are still wet. I'm going to be seasoning my chicken breast with some pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder. I'm also going to be spraying it with some olive oil spray, ensuring that my seasonings stick. And I don't measure seasonings. I know I say that in like every video, unless I'm baking or something. So I just sprinkle as much as I personally like on there. Now I'm going to be wrapping up my stuffed chicken with some bacon. How yummy. So these are center cut bacon slices by Myer. They are only 1 point per slice. So here you can see I definitely try my best to wrap them up nice and tight. And what I should have done, which I'm going to recommend you do, is toothpick your ends of that chicken together so you don't have as much spillage as I did. If you do have spillage, you kind of just slather it back on top and call it a day. But these are just going to get wrapped and placed on a sheet of foil on a baking pan. I have my oven preheating to 375 degrees. I ended up baking mine for a total of 23 minutes until that internal temperature reached 165 degrees. So these are just going to go on a baking sheet lined with foil, and then I'm going to fast forward through the rest because I am doing 3 more chicken breasts the exact same way I did the first one. I wanted to quickly say that this doesn't technically have to be for meal prep either. This would be something really great and so easy for a weeknight or weekend dinner, whatever you want. They're really good fresh. Eric definitely tried them when they got out of the oven. He gave me a 9 out of 10 on these, which is so high considering he does not like fat-free cheese and I like it. So I highly recommend making these. While my chicken is already in the oven, I'm going to be spraying my veggies with some Nonstick olive oil spray. You can use whatever spray of your choice. This is 0 smart points, so I just generously spray this. I know I probably abuse it, but it's fine. These are also going to go in the oven at that 375 degrees for 20 minutes, and I am just going to be seasoning these up with the same seasonings, some garlic powder, onion powder, and some pepper. I don't know that I'm going to meal prep broccoli again though. I reheat my lunches at work and you know how broccoli has that smell to it? When you're around a lot of people, it's not too nice. So maybe skip the broccoli and just do the green beans on this. Now I'm going to get started on my mini smashed potatoes. For my potatoes, I'm using the Little Potato Company Dynamic Duo. So I already washed and scrubbed these down. I'm adding them to a pot of boiling water. And these are going to cook for about 15 minutes. I'm going to remove them from the water and heat, and then I'm going to be smashing them. The jalapeno popper bacon wrapped chicken is all done and out of the oven. Look at how good these came out. See all the cheese on the outside? That's what I was telling you guys. Don't worry about it. Just kind of add it back on top. But I definitely would add some toothpicks to that. And my potatoes are now done. They are fork tender. So I'm going to be mashing these up. To smash my potatoes, I am going to be using the bottom of a little mason jar. I did try a potato masher for those ones that you can see on the left-hand side of the screen, but they were kind of destroying my potatoes. So the mason jar method worked very well. You can use any kind of cup for this, and or you might have better luck with a potato masher than I did. These are all going to get a generous spray of, yet again, some more Nonstick olive oil cooking spray. This definitely saves on points and it's so convenient and so easy. Obviously, the more oil you use, the crispier that these will come out, but you know, just be mindful of how much you're using. And then I'm going to be seasoning these up with some Lawry's garlic salt and also some pepper. The chicken was smelling so stinking good. My fiance Eric and I definitely had to try it. And I also wanted to show you guys what the inside looks like. It is so good. And I'm also going to be chopping this up and kind of weighing it out into my meal prep containers. I personally don't like bringing a knife to work, so any pre-chopping, anything that I have to do, I will do ahead of time. And for each meal prep container, it's going to get about 5 ounces of this. That's including like the stuffing and everything on the inside. The potatoes are out of the oven, but they are not done yet. These cook for a total of 30 minutes. So at the 12-15 minute mark, as I'm doing right here, I'm just going to be flipping each potato over, spraying them with some more olive oil spray, some of that garlic salt, and some pepper. I don't think you should be shy with the salt unless you're someone who watches their salt intake. Salt and potatoes are just a heavenly duo. So these are going to get a nice seasoning again back in the oven. And I'm also going to be sprinkling on some Parmesan cheese. I measured out 2 tablespoons of that Great Value Italian style Parmesan cheese blend. When you divvy this out in the app, it really doesn't count for any points, so you don't really have to worry about counting for that. And then once I have all my cheese on, these are going back in the oven for another 12 to 15 minutes. Everything is cooked, everything is cooled down and ready to be put in the meal prep containers. I always get a ton of questions on where my meal prep containers are from. The brand is ELO Products, and I got these in a 5-piece set at Costco. They are glass, the lids are plastic, but I absolutely love them. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, I just really, really love them. So here I'm just equally dividing that broccoli out, putting it into each meal prep container, and I'm going to be doing the same with the green beans. Veggies are 0 points on all 3 programs, but especially on WW Green. So I just do my best to divvy it out, add some volume to my lunch here. I am almost done assembling these meal prep containers, so now I'm adding in 2.5 ounces of those little potatoes for 1 Smart Point. I was pretty surprised as to how much of those you can have for only 1 point. My chicken breast came out to 5 Smart Points, even though it's not a full chicken breast. The chicken itself, because it is already cooked, and when I weighed this out, it came to like 5-6 ounces, was 2 Smart Points. That bacon, I counted for 2 Smart Points, even though it was like 1.5 pieces of bacon. And that whipped cream cheese, 1 Smart Point. The jalapenos and the fat-free shredded cheese don't count for any points, so you don't have to worry about this. So this is my 6-point bacon-wrapped jalapeno popper chicken. I hope you guys try these out. They are so delicious. Like I said, you don't even have to meal prep them. Just cook that chicken and pair it with whatever you like, whatever you have on hand. And that's really it for this video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on a meal prep or any other recipe that I put out. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye!